Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So this is part 5 of lesson 4, in which we will see some examples of religious text where we can apply what we just learned. And just to recap, we learned the huruf al-jar, which are the prepositions. We did fi, ila, min, and ala. So to show you how it appears in the Quran, we have some examples here. And I advise you to open the Mus'haf, the copy of the Quran, and find these chapters and look at it on your own. So the first example of fi, which means in, is in Surah Naba, verse number 18. Surah Naba, verse number 18, where Allah says, يَوْمَ يُنفَخُ فِي السُّورِ فِي السُّورِ فِي السُّورِ يَوْمَ يُنفَخُ فِي السُّورِ in Asuri, which is Asur, which means the horn that will be blown on the day of judgment. Fissur, in the horn, the day when it will be blown into the horn. Fissuri. Another example is in Surah Al-Buruj, verse number 19, where Allah says, Fi takdhib. It's fi takdhibin. Fi takdhibin. Fi takdhib. Takdhib means to be in denial. So Allah is talking about those that are in fi takdhibin. Fi takdhib are in denial. Takdhibin. So takdhibin is a ism and it's majroor because of fi. And the sign of his jar, alamatu jarrihi al-kasrah. As-suri ismun majrurun bi fi wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasrah. Another example is in Surah Al-Ghashiyah, verse number 10, where Allah Azza wa Jal mentions, Fi jannatin aliyah, Fi jannatin, in jannatin aliyah, in high gardens or high levels of paradise. Fi jannatin. Jannatin is a ism majroor because of fi, majroorun bi fi, wa alamatu jarri al-kasrah. So here we see Jannatin is nakira, Takthibin is nakira, Asuri is ma'rifah. We also have a couple examples of ila that are in the Quran. This is all Surah Al-Ghashiyah. I forgot to write it in. Surah Al-Ghashiyah. Okay, verse number 17, 18, and 19. Allah tells us to look at these things. Look at what? Ilal ibili afala yanzuruna. Do they not look? Ilal ibili. Look at the, what this literally means, look to. Look to the ibil. The ibil are the camels. Do they not look at the camels? How we created it. Look to the camels. Also look ila samai, to the sky, ila samai, and look ila al-jibali, to the mountains. Al-jibali is the mountains, as-samai the sky, al-ibili the camel. So those are three examples of ila, and see it takes kasra because of the ila. Another three examples of ala, you will see, is in Surah Al-Mutaffifin, verse number 35, where Allah says, "Ala al-araiki," towards the end of the surah, "Ala al-araiki." He talks about the righteous people in Jannah, that they will be ala al-araiki. Ala means on, so they'll be on. Araiki means couches, like a couch, a sofa couch. Ala al-araiki yanzurun. They'll be on couches looking over. Alal araiki. Kasra there because of the ala. Another example is in Surah Takwir, verse number 24. وَمَا هُوَ عَلَى الْغَيْبِ. عَلَى الْغَيْبِ. On the ghaib, which means the unseen. On the unseen. Now that's a literal translation, but it means that the Prophet ﷺ is not, he does not withhold any of the knowledge of the unseen, whatever Allah has revealed unto him. Ala al-ghayb literally means upon or on the unseen or over the unseen. Another example is in Surah Al-Jinn, verse number 16, where Allah mentions ala al-tariqati وَأَن لَوْ اسْتَقَامُوا عَلَى الطَّرِيقَةِ, and if it is they were to hold steadfast على الطريقة, on the path, على الطريقة meaning the straight path, على الطريقة. And finally we have some examples. We have some examples of min in the Quran. We have in Surah Quraysh. Surah Quraysh we have min ju', min ju', ju'in, min ju'in, from ju'in, which means hunger, min ju'in. Another example also in Quraysh, min khawfin, from fear. And the third example is in Surah Tariq, min ma'in. So you'll actually see like a shadda there, min ma'in, from water, min ma'in.